Go ahead and like, subscribe if you haven't already. Go ahead and check out my skincare line and also my fitness app. It's going to be there listed on the description. So go ahead and tap in if you guys are interested in either of those two. And we'll go ahead and get right into the topic today. So today we're going to talk about 3 things that you do not want to do on a first date. So 3 things not to do on a first date. And one of my subscribers actually, this is a response to him because he actually asked me, what are some things not to do on a first date? So I kind of want to share them with you guys. These are 3 things, three of my biggest kind of pet peeves, I would say, that I've heard just through various women, right, that I've dated and thus far, and just also just hearing what people have to say. But these are also 3 things that I kind of don't like. So let's go with the first one. The first thing that you do not want to do on a first date is to be on your phone. So stay off your phone on the first date. Now that should be just common sense, but it's not to a lot. And it's a habit that we're all on our phones all the time, right? We make a habit of that. Screen time is just up nowadays. So it's just a habit, and sometimes we're not realizing that we're on a date, right, with someone, and it can actually be rude if we don't catch ourselves. And if we're constantly, as we're talking to them, we're looking at our phone, putting it back down, looking at our phone, putting it back down constantly throughout the conversation, guys, it just comes off as being very it's just not a genuine feeling that you're trying to truly connect with a person or with a woman or person that you're with. So guys, stay off your phone. I don't care what you guys have to do. Put it on D&D. Place your phone on the other side with the screen, so the screen is not showing and flashing that you got a notification, every 5 minutes or whatever the case may be. Just do whatever you can to stay off your phone. And this works in a good way, because if you're able to do that, it will show to the woman or whoever you're speaking to that you truly care about their time, you truly value their time, you're truly interested in the conversation at hand and getting to know them. You see, it encompasses all those things. Just that one simple step of not staying on your phone or continuously to try to take glimpse of your phone as you're speaking or on a first date. All right, so that's point number 1. Stay off your phone at all costs during the first date. All right, point number 2. Do not mention your ex. Do not mention your ex. Again, that's another thing that should be common sense, but for some reason, a lot of people, they just take it very lightly, and it shouldn't be, because if I'm on a date with someone, right, and they're continuously bringing up their ex, it tells me one of 2 things. It tells me, number 1, they haven't got over this person yet, and they're trying to tell me about this person. So it tells me emotions are still there, emotions are still fresh. Or number 2, if they're ranting and raving about their ex, then that tells me the chances of them also getting back with them are very high. So it just doesn't sit well with someone that's trying to get to know you, or you're trying to get to know. If the ex is continuously being brought up in conversation, it's just not a good look, guys. So a lot of guys try to do this thinking that it's just very innocent, but it's not, because usually it can let someone kind of know, hey, where your emotions lie. Are your emotions still fresh in regards to that person? rather, you know, whatever the case may be. So you don't want to do that. Don't bring up your ex. Don't bring up, you know, past relationships and you know, how you felt towards them, especially not on the first date. All right, guys, if you're gonna go, if it's the 5th date and 6th date and now you two are talking about, you know, your dating history or your relationship history, that's a different thing. But we're solely talking about the first date. Even the 2nd date, do not mention your ex, because that is not a good look, right? And that's not going to leave a good impression. So don't mention your ex. Point number 3 of what not to do on a first date is avoid talking about yourself. So avoid talking about yourself. Why is that so important? Well, guys, you want her to ask about you. You want her to ask about you, right? So the whole purpose of a date is getting to know each other. The last thing you want to do is talk about yourself, because number one, it can show that you're insecure, that you have to let her know how big and bad you are, what you got going on, what you may have, what your family's like. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's supposed to ask you those questions. And it can come off that you're just a self-indulgent person. It can come off that you're just an arrogant person. You know, so let there be some mystery about you. You know, let her ask you where you're from, what you're about, what your likes are, what type of business you have, what your passions are. Let her ask you that. Don't talk about yourself, right? Don't try to big yourself up, because again, like I said, it just really comes off that you're just this arrogant type of dude or person, and you don't want that. And it also shows that, man, like, some people do that and don't understand that they're talking about themselves so much and what they got going on that they forget that they're actually the whole purpose is trying to get to know the other person. You feel me? So that's what you don't want to do, right? The whole purpose is to try to get to know the other person. But if you're sitting there talking about yourself and what you got going on, it's going to show that all you're self-centered, that you're just worried about what you have to bring when they didn't even ask. Now, if they ask, it's a whole different situation. But I'm saying in the case that, guys, just don't talk about yourself. There's no need. At some point, she's gonna ask you about what your passions are, what you do for work, and she might know. There might have been some background investigation prior to you going on the date, so she probably has a clue of what's going on, but she might not have the details. But let her bring that out of you. Don't let yourself be the one, because it's just not a good look. All right, so those are my top 3 pet peeves of what not to do on a first date. All right, I'll be coming up with some more for you guys, some more content, some more good topics that hopefully resonate with you. So continue to tap in. I really appreciate all the subscribers and love and support, as I always say. Keep the love coming. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.